Hi everybody, it's Jessie from jessiebanks.com, and today I have another coloring video for you. I'm using the Gerbra Daisies stamp from Copic, and I'm using one of Jennifer Dove's techniques here. So I've got Copic colorless blender. I've got a water brush that I use for nothing but alcohol solution, so I don't fill it, I just dip it in like I am there. That's just an old pop bottle cap, or water bottle cap actually. And I'm using the BG, I can't remember what color I showed you, I think it's 9, I'm not 100% positive. But I'm just pulling that out and I'm slowly blending it around all of the flowers, and that is going to create my background. I do go in after it and I use a burlap fabric. If you go over to Jennifer Dove's blog, she has a very step-by-step way she does this on her blog, because it's her technique. I learned it from her blog. I love it. I use it quite frequently, but I'm just doing it quickly in this video for you. So if you don't catch it, definitely jump over there and thank her for the technique and everything else, because she's a fantastic person. I'll have the link down below for that. So I'm coloring this one up for you guys, and it's a little bit different. This time I used purple and yellows. And when you use purple and yellows for your flower, you have to be careful. Those colors create mud very, very fast. Purple and yellow make brown. And I definitely didn't want brown flowers for this card. So I'm just carrying on, and this takes a while because I pick up color from the lid, and what I'm using is actually the color out of the lid. I'm not using anything off of the tip of the marker. I'm just picking up what's dried in your lid. So it actually helps with cleaning your marker lids, which I'm horrible for I hate cleaning markers. I'm so bad. I should really do them more often for the amount of coloring I do, and I can't remember the last time I sat down and actually cleaned my entire Copic marker stash, so my bad. The hello there sentiment is from Copic. I'm not 100% positive if it came with this stamp set or like this digital set, or if it came with a different digital set. If you really want to know, leave me a comment down below and I will definitely find out which stamp it comes with. So I'm going to try and talk through the majority of this voiceover, at least I'm hoping. I had some people comment and message me and things of that nature that they prefer to hear me talk over the music. So, I mean, let me know if you prefer the music than my random blabbing. I have no idea. I'm learning what you guys like while you tell me what you like, and that's kind of the only way it goes. So definitely, if you have companies you'd like to see colored or things of that nature, leave me a message. Like I said in a previous video, I'm slowly working on editing a layering video where I talk about how I do the layers in my cards and all that kind of stuff, and what I do different when I do a shabby chic card with the layers there, as opposed to when I leave the edges of the paper nice, crisp, and clean. So it's taking a little bit of time to put that one together, but hopefully it'll be up for you guys in the next week or two. Fingers crossed. I'm not making any promises. We're getting close to the end of this background. Yay! Yes, that's me clapping. Anyway, as you can see though, I kind of jump back and forth between using a lot more clear colorless blender and picking up the color out of the lid and all that fun stuff. So now when we get to this point, I dump this on first because I just like to use up what I have left to start with. If I need to add more, I'll add more. But now I'm just taking that burlap. Oh, and I decided I needed a little more. And pressing it onto where I have colored, and it gives you a nice texture and it pushes that color away, right? Because the colorless blender does not remove color and it doesn't make it vanish. It just pushes it away from where it was. So you get the nice pattern from your burlap, and I think it just looks fantastic when it's finished. There I had it so wet that the backing of that burlap came off, but that's fine. It didn't hurt it at all. And this piece will last me forever. I'll use it and use it. Usually I end up losing it. So there I try and get you close enough that you can kind of see. It's not so great. You can see it better in the pictures, and when I link to the finished card on my blog, you'll be able to blow it up and see it better there. So now I'm going in and I'm going to start coloring the stems. So I'm starting off with YG99, and I'm just marking in based upon where the more hatch marks and line work that Marcella gives you on her images. That'll be where the shadows are. She maps it out really well for you. Then a little bit of the YG97. Now we're going in with 95, which makes it a little bit yellower, and I like that. I prefer, this is my favorite like leaf green, stem green tone to use. Then I'm going in with a little bit of the 91, and I think I leave it like that. I'm not sure if I brighten it up or not. Oh, yes I do. I come in with the Y11. So when I go over it with the Y11, it brings that yellow back into that 91. So I find the 91 a little bit dull. Now I'm adding just a little bit of the colorless blender to push back that color and allow a little bit of the white to come back. So when I start on, sorry my big head is in the way, my pink glasses. So when I start on My flowers here, I start with a V09 and I'm doing my purple first. If I put in my yellow first, I end up with more brown color. I just find that I put too much of the yellow and then I don't have the room to add the purple in. If I do my purple first, I can add just a few flicks of the yellow and get that color in there, which is the complete opposite of the way I did my sunflower. If you saw that video, I think that was 5 or 6 videos ago. But I started with the yellow there because the yellow and pink make like an orangey corally color, which is really pretty and worked with the flower. In this case, it's going to hurt it because I want the bright, vivid colors and not the brown. So it's really, really tricky when you mix yellow and purple together because they muddy up so fast. So I'm just going in and I'm starting in the center. And again, I'm following those artist drawn lines because she gives you such great direction with her stamps that it's hard to go wrong. You can't muck it up. It's a flower. Anybody can color a flower. The benefit is too that when you're doing this, you don't have to blend out the colors very well. Like when I'm doing my skin tones and things in my image stamps and all that kind of stuff, or clothing and all of that, you want those colors to blend together and look like they fade out effortlessly. Like you don't have a line between, where this color is and this color is and that color is. But when I do flowers, I like that definition and I don't like those colors to blend perfectly together. And I want to see my dark line coming up and how it lightens out in beside and how the colors differentiate and it's not smooth and that's just a personal preference. Some people do a wonderful job of taking that flower petal and blending it from like a pink to a yellow and it's just a seamless blend and you would never know how many colors they used or see the definite line where the color switched. But that's just not my personal style and I've never tried it. So this is what I like. So this is what I do, right? It's your coloring. Enjoy it. It's supposed to be fun. Card making is supposed to be fun and relaxing. So now I'm coming in with my V06 and I'll use V05. I do not use V04. I have that color. I have almost all of the colors, but I have that color and it's bright. It is almost like a neon pink once it dries out completely and it just doesn't fit in this combo very well. I know lots of people say that too. So I just kind of leave it out 90% of the time. I don't use that color very often at all. So we're coming in and you can see how now everything's kind of starting to blend together. It looks really, really pretty. And when we come in with that yellow at the end, it's just going to brighten those flowers right up and they just pop and come alive. So I'm carrying on blending through and you can see how I'm adding a little bit more of the depth where the top flower comes over the one I'm working on now. There's that shadow. So it's a little darker there because it's a shadow, right? If something is above something else, it casts a shadow on what's below it. And shadows look darker than everything else. You're not going to have, like a black image and a white shadow. It doesn't work that way. Highlights are light, shadows are dark. And don't be scared to go dark. I like to have lots of contrast in my coloring. Like I'm a lover of the darkest color in every color family and the darkest colors you can get to and mixing them in. And like when I watercolor and stuff, lots of people say, oh, you don't need black. Yes, I do. I need black. I'm not saying you need black and I'm not saying everybody needs black. I need black because I like to finish my image and go in with the black and add some real deep dark shadows. I have a watercoloring video coming up for you guys fairly soon. It's actually sitting beside me and I'm looking at it while I'm talking about this. So I'm about 3/4 of the way finished painting it. So here I start in with my yellow and you can see how I'm just adding slight flicks and that purple is staying purple and I'm being very, very careful and paying attention to where I'm putting these lines because I don't want too much brown. You're going to get a little bit, there's nothing you can do about it. But it brings the flower to life. I like it and it's my flower. So if you don't like it, you can color the purple and leave the yellow out. It's up to you. I mean, you can add more yellow and way less purple. It's whatever you want. Just enjoy it and have fun. And if you color it and don't like it, print it off and try again. If you're using a physical stamp, stamp it out and try again. I know the paper's not cheap, but I know the markers aren't cheap. But just keep trying. It's fun. It's fun, it's fun, it's fun. Oh, you probably hear that vibrating. It's my phone. Sorry about that. That was a phone call, so now I can't remember where I was, but we're still adding yellow. Yeah, so definitely let me know below if you guys prefer this compared to when I talk for a few minutes and then put on some music. I don't always have stuff to talk about, and that's kind of why I put the music on. So definitely if you have any questions about coloring or any images in particular you'd like to see colored, let me know. If they're physical stamps, I'll try and get a hold of them. I can't promise I can afford to buy them or anything like that, but we can try for sure. So here she is, almost finished. We're working on our center now, which is yellow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely hop over to Power Poppy, pick up this image for yourself, and give it a try. And I'll talk to you guys all in the next video. I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.